didn't play in this game, and the Rooks got a shot at it, and you know, they were busting their tails and doing the best they could, and we just needed to be a lot cleaner in crucial areas, and we weren't able to do that. I thought it was a really good night for Alton Robinson and for Daryl Taylor. You know, those guys played a lot of football, and we're trying to get them going. And particularly Daryl, we just needed to leave him out there and let him get some ball, you know, under his belt. He's had such a good offseason and such a good prep in camp, and so I don't even know, you know, how he played necessarily. I just know that he was out there playing football, and that was really important for us. The evaluations that we get done here, there'll be a great opportunity to evaluate a bunch of guys. And with a lot of, we get almost 80 plays on defense, so we'll see those guys quite a bit. You know, so this is the first step. And the other thing, too, is that we played with a crowd and noise, which is always nice to be able to say to our guys from this point forward. You know, that was a big crowd, and they were going crazy and trying to have an effect on the game, and it really didn't affect our playing at all. And that's a real positive moving forward. We've worked hard at our silent stuff and the things that we need to do, and that showed up in hand pretty well. So, okay, go.
You mentioned Taylor and Alton Robinson. Rasheem Green had a sack as well. On a night you give Dunlap and Mayo a night off, you like what you saw out of the depth there?
Yeah, I really right now, Johnny, I got to see the game and watch the plays and see what they did with their situations. But you could feel Alton and Rasheem too. Thanks for bringing him up. And all of those opportunities for Daryl is just going to help us. I don't know who they were rushing against and necessarily, you know, what level they were with their players, but still our guys just got to play football and they worked hard at it. You know, we give up one sack on the night. We throw the ball about close to 30 times. That's a big improvement for us, and first time out with the number of cubes out there playing. And we had 4 sacks, so that's a good start in that regard. We wind up +1 and lose. You know, that just never happens. We were 12-0 last year, you know, when we're even or plus, and so that's just a rare occurrence that happened like that. But he got knocked. You know, he got hit really hard. And was okay, and then it just kind of progressed after he went back in, and we had to take him out. He wasn't ready to play.
Tempo, of course, it's hard to do when you're 1 for whatever on third down, but
we didn't even try tonight. We didn't do that tonight. We were just playing football. We were just trying to get out there and snap the ball, and minimal amount of opportunities did we even try to do it. So we're working on just getting the huddle called and getting line of scrimmage and taking care of business and just playing some basic football.
First glance at the hit on Gino, was that just a blitz pickup on Forsythe? Was that
yeah.
assignment?
Yeah, we missed. Yeah, we missed the look and should have keyed it, and we didn't do it right. And so he gets pounded on the play. It was really a basic pressure that they ran, and we missed it. And Gino got hit. You know, he got hit hard, and that was a shame. Sorry for that.
You hit Harris' head?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the way I think. I don't think you got hit after that, but I think there was a factor that kind of accumulated later on, and he didn't feel right, so we had to get him out of there.
It appears you're using Alton Robinson as a linebacker too, but when he rushes off the edge, may you just put him back where he was last year as an end?
Well, he's able to play in all of the pass rush situations, the nickel packages as an end, and we're also bringing him along as an outside back or two for early downs in base packages. So we're just kind of diversifying, you know, how we're using him and trying to learn and see where it fits with all the guys in the competition.
Was there any chance to make a real evaluation?
I don't know. I don't have one, but you know, we got sacked once. You know, and I didn't feel like we were having a really tough time. So I'm pleased that he got a ton of play time as well. Huge advantage for him to get that chance. And I should say, DJ Dallas played a nice game too. You know, the big play makes the touchdown play was a big play by Alex, also reading the blitz and picking it. And but then that was a big convert for DJ to take the ball, make the miss, and score a big touchdown for us.
So I should ask you this yesterday, but what happened with Alden Smith?
He just couldn't hang with us, just couldn't. He tried, he just couldn't make it.
You went to a little lengths with him. How disappointing was that?
It is disappointing. I'm disappointed for him, because we gave him a real chance, and we looked after him in every way that we knew how to do it. I wish we'd have done better. I don't know what we could have done better, but we were very open to helping him, become part of the program, and it's just unfortunate he wasn't able to do that.
Besides Gino, were there any injuries?
The only guy was Philip Haynes had a little bit of a little sore knee or something like that, but nothing serious. So we were very fortunate in that regard.
do you think of all the reps BBK got?
Oh, it was great. I think he had double digits tackles. You know, he was running and hitting. He's had a fantastic camp. He's had with Cody being out, he just got tons of reps. He was calling the game. You know, he was leading it out there, and I thought he did a really nice job. He's a really good ball player, and we're seeing that. And the culmination of his work leading up to this has been really good. And by all rights, he should have played well, and he did. And he came through in a big way. It was great that we got Cody out there. Cody had a couple sacks on a couple real good finesse things that he did, and hitting the pressures and stuff, and so that's great. We'll have him coming back. We should get a real boost this week of guys returning to us, and what we made the guys who didn't play in the game become is they were cheerleading in this ball game and trying to help us as coach up on the sidelines and all that. I can't give them a whole lot of credit for their coaching, and I I'll have to critique that later, but they were there in support of the young guys, and we really dedicated the night for the first time that our guys get out there and play in NFL football. I was glad it was a setting like that too for the guys. You know, they got to really feel a big crowd and the matchup and all of that. So it's good for them.
Corners at all today?
Well, we didn't make any plays to stop third down attempts. You know, and so we got to take a look at at all that. We mixed our stuff. We did a lot of things in trying to mix it up, and we needed some wins, and we didn't get much. I just caught this just finishing up. Somebody recorded it for me though. That goes way back, so I'm sure Carlos gave it a great shot.
First thought of why the offense didn't move the ball as well as
we were messy, and in that we didn't convert. We had some chances to get our third downs. We have to get a third down wins, and then the whole sequence starts over again. I really wanted to throw the ball with Gino, and we came out to do that, to get him, make sure he got some chances. And unfortunately, I think it was the third play he gets whacked, didn't he? And so. We didn't really get him the opportunity we were hoping for. We would have thrown the ball a bunch with him if we were moving it. So that was just to make sure and give him a great chance to play some football and be a factor. It was just an intent that I wanted to get done.
Dozen or so plays were passes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alden Robinson kind of caused the interception, but Ryan Neal was there to pick it.
Yeah, that was He certainly has been that, and he's a really hard worker, really smart, always in the right spots and all that, and does a very nice job for us, and that's why he's an opportunistic guy, but a really good rush, by Alton made that happen. We were really close to getting a couple other ones too. The rush was formidable, but not quite enough on this night tied together with our coverage. It just wasn't connected as well as we wanted to.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was real fun to get some good run out there. Obviously, you got most of the first half. Super fun to just get real tackles again. Obviously, we've been doing what you can in camp, but there's nothing like really tackling. So at the end of the day, it's just fun to hit somebody that's not your teammate. No, there was 3rd and inches, and they were getting down that hunkered stance, so you just kind of assumed that that's what they're going to do, and it's kind of been a big thing the last couple of years in the league. A lot of the QBs go for that and they try to reach it out, so just educated guess.
What did you think of the crowd?
It was real fun. It was awesome to have an actual crowd again. This stadium is pretty awesome, so it was really enjoyable to feel like a real NFL game again after last year with all the basically empty stadiums.
Taking all the calls in the helmet?
No, I did some of that in the preseason when I was a rookie, but this is definitely the most I can think of in terms of total reps. I think it was like 50 snaps, something like that, so definitely the most I've had of that. I think as a rookie it was pretty challenging, but I think at this point, I've had a headset in my helmet in practice the last 2 years, so I've gotten pretty accustomed to it and spent a lot of time with Nort, so I've gotten kind of used to his cadence, how he does things, so something I feel pretty comfortable with.
And Did Bobby talk to you at all during the game?
Yeah, he always gives little tips here and there, but for the most part, he tries to let us play our game, not try to get too much in our heads. But he always has just a little tip here and there, maybe a fit he sees wrong, because he's locked in the whole game. He's got the iPad. He's looking at every play you take, so he'll always give us a little something when he can.
He was harping on third down, not being good enough. Any particular you were seeing out there?
Yeah, definitely frustrated by our third down performance. I mean, I think that was kind of the key to the game for them on offense. We got them in a whole lot of third downs, but they pretty much converted seemingly at will. I think just tightening some things up. Obviously, first game, I think there was probably some miscommunications here and there, little things, but for the most part, it was easy stuff. I mean, it's not like they were beating us with big shots down the field. It was 4 yards here, 3 yards here, and then they they pick up a little flat route or something like that. So stuff to clean up, but that was definitely I think the biggest thing we got to work on coming out of this.
And the pass rush?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, he always shows in practice. He's a crafty guy. I think he gets a lot of good feel for it. I think that second one, I don't even know if it was a called blitz. I think he just felt it and he took it. But he's always been that way. He's a really smart guy and he understands situations really well. And it's something I think he's done a really good job with. We see it in practice all the time. He's always making plays on the quarterback, and he got to show it tonight.
Anything else?
Awesome. Thank you guys.
How do you think it went for you out there for the time you were out there with offense?
It was good. I thought Coach was calling good plays. I thought we were executing for the most part. I think we had some mistakes. I could have been better on the false start we had on the I believe it was the second drive, first drive of the fourth quarter, I believe. I could have been better. Kind of communicated to the tight end, and then everybody was a little confused. I could have done better there, but I think for the most part we did well. We had guys make plays, and just hope next time we can kind of string more drives together.
The only rhythm of the night on offense would be that first drive after halftime. What changed there? What worked there?
I mean, we just made plays, Like, I think every play that we call, we can do what DJ did. Cade, Travis, I mean, all these guys, I can name the whole team. Like, we can make plays like that. And I just think we got to go out there with that demeanor of, that can happen every play. And I think sometimes, even myself get lost in just playing. You just kind of get like this, like, go score, That's, yeah.
You said you sort of sniffed out their blitz on that and was able to dump it off to DJ there for that?
Yeah. Coach had a great call. It was a great play. I believe it was 3rd and 6, something around there. It was 4th down. Yeah, you're right. It was 4th and 4. And Coach had a great call against man. And I saw the way the defensive line, that if that defensive end didn't run with DJ, there was nobody going to run with him. So right when he cleared him, I just kind of tossed it up, and DJ made a great play.
Change offense.
I like it. It's great. It puts the defense in a bind in many ways. That's probably all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, anything from your receivers stand out to you, Aaron or Cody or anything?
Yeah. I mean, Aaron made a great play in the first quarter on the shallow. That it was 3rd down, and he made a great catch, and then he was able to break a tackle and get the first down. That was great. I thought Cade played well. He was in the right spots. I thought everybody had really, Cam had a good scramble response, down the sideline. The defender made a great play on that. That was a great response to him to go deep. I thought Dom Wood Anderson, I thought he almost made some really good plays for me. I could have been better with my accuracy throwing to him. I thought Cam Sutton blocked well, played well. Pretty much everybody played well, I thought. Yeah, and then he had the one over the middle that he almost caught too.
Drafted you, John Schneider talked about your throwing on the move, and that was one of the things I really liked. And you referenced you almost had a couple huge plays on the run. Just how much a part of your game can that be?
Yeah, I think it's a really, really big part of my game, especially because, plays break down in the NFL. It's just a fact. It's just how it is, and I feel like if I have the ability to move left, move right, it doesn't matter which direction, and to be able to throw the ball downfield, underneath, wherever, it's a big help to the offense. Spreads it out a lot more.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
How you feeling, Daryl?
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. How about you?
All right, what do you think your first time playing in an NFL game?
I would say it was electrifying, satisfying, gratifying. Getting out there to be with my teammates and getting out there in front of a crowd for the first time, it was everything I hoped it would be.
Nervous at all?
A little bit before the game, yeah, I was nervous, but once you get that first series, you hitting and running and stuff like that, you knock all that nervous and rust out.
Pete mentioned how, he's got to see the tape to see how you played, but how important it was just to get you all that playing time, all those reps. Just from your standpoint, after being out a year, just how good was it to get all those touches?
Yeah, it was definitely good to get out there. like everybody wanted to see me, and I wanted to play. So it didn't happen last year. So this year I'm ready to roll and locked and loaded. So ready to go.
What's the competition like between all the edge guys? It seems like everybody can get to the quarterback on any given pass rush stat.
Oh yeah, so that's the best part about being on our defense. The competition level is really high, and it forces you to really compete and really get after every day, whether you're in practice or it's on the game field. It just forces you to compete and make sure you're giving everything you got on every snap.
How's the thinking piece to going back and forth between positions and roles?
It's not really much to think about, honestly. I did it at Tennessee, and once you get a third down, the only thing you think about is getting to the quarterback. So before that, you just got to make sure you play the plays and understand the defense that you're playing.
With all the starters, with a lot of the starters out, who was calling all the games and stuff for you guys up front?
So the guys that were calling the games up front for us was Rasheem Green and LJ. They were calling all the games, and we was listening to them. We was running whatever coach wanted us to run.
Seemed like Rasheem and Alton were really active. Just that is your answer Mike's question about the depth there. Just what do you think of those two?
Yeah, I think them guys did great, man. It's a chance to get out there with them and play. And I know Rasheem really good at rushing that 3 technique, and when we go in our cheetah package, I know that when I'm rushing, I know what he's gonna do. I know we was getting after this game, could have done better, but we did a good job.
You feel like you had a forced fumble coming on Cody's sack, second sack?
Yes, I gave him the layup. It's okay though, we all working together to get the quarterback on the ground and get off the field on third down. So, and that's what we did.
Official assist on
No, he got all of that one. I'm not mad about it though.
Physically, you seem like you're just right where you'd want to be when you haven't missed any practices or any of that, right?
Yeah, no, I'm right exactly where I want to be and where my feet at. Learning everything, being able to practice every day. Nothing's holding me back.
Kurt give you any feedback after the game?
Yeah, just working on some coverage stuff. Just got mistakes here and there that I got to clean up. We're gonna watch the film and look at it and see how I did, and we'll clean it up once we see what really happened, so we can see everything.
Anything else? Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
What's up, y'all?
How you feeling, man?
Cooling, bro.
Pretty active day for you. Just how do you feel like you played?
I feel like I played all right. There was definitely some plays out there left that I wish I could get back, but I can't. So we're going to come back next week ready to go.
Which plays did you like?
I think the play that stands out is the turnover. Me and Ryan Neal collabing and going ahead and getting the ball back for the offense. I think that's the one that stood out the most.
Covering the wide receiver down the sideline in the red zone, how still are you getting used to that? How unfamiliar is that still for you?
It's not as unfamiliar as a lot of people might think. It's just, them actually throwing it to him that time. That was a little different. So just got to beat the man to the spot.
That at Syracuse?
Not too often, but there was different calls where I would have to do that. Mainly pressures.
When you came out of your rookie season, kind of what were your thoughts and what did you want to improve on in the offseason?
Coming out of the rookie season, I wanted to work on my rush angles and just understanding the game more. I think last year I was kind of running around just trying to find the ball more than knowing what to expect from offenses and things like that. So I think I got a little bit better there, but there's always work to do. Just watching film and asking questions from a lot of the older guys, coaches, things like that.
Cliff again this offseason?
A little bit, yeah.
Darrell Taylor came in the same draft class as you, but didn't get to play last year. That was his first game. What did you think of having him?
Man, it was fun just being able to communicate, look across the line, and just know my dog's over there. I wish we could have met at the quarterback a couple of times, but soon, coming soon.
How how tough was that on him? You know, he comes in, wants to contribute, obviously, and has to wait.
I think that's a question for him, but from the outside looking in, I know he wanted to play real bad with us.
Anything else? Thanks.
Appreciate
Sure.
it.
DJ, what did you see on that touchdown? Were you a little surprised when you caught it, how open it was in front of you?
From the look, and I knew it was gonna pop. I just was like, yes. Like as soon as I caught the ball, it's like, oh yeah. They were in double A gap like mud, and I knew I had a route that was gonna out leverage them. I thought I was just gonna get big yards, but it turned into a touchdown. So.
Knowing the defensive end was going to have to take you or no one would on that play?
Oh, I knew so me and Magoo kind of communicated that before the play happened, and he didn't take me, so, it worked out.
Some players will say that the wide open catches are almost harder because you got, they're going around you and you're just like, oh, the ball's going. Do you feel that way?
Basics. That's the basics. You can't get bored with the basics, So I take pride in my hands, just being a surefire catcher. And we went back to my training.
Celebrated that one with fans, just even though it was a road game. How fun was it to hear fans in the building again?
Oh man, it was electric. It was electric. I can't wait to get back to Seattle and see what the 12s are about. I haven't played in front of the 12s for real. Yeah, I played a mock game a couple of weeks ago, but getting in front of the real fans, man, I can't wait. I'm super stoked.
Or the kick returner kind of mix, the kick returner mix. How do you feel where you are in there with all those guys competing?
I feel like I'm just having fun, man. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to compete. I'm happy to, just showcase my abilities, man.
Well, overall, did you think of the offense today?
We were good, man. I new coordinator, new team, knew everybody, so I feel like everything was smooth. We'll iron out whatever we have to iron out on film, and she'll come back better than ever next week.
That first drive of the second half, what changed rhythm-wise? It seemed like you put it run and pass together, and it was actually a flow to that. What changed?
I feel like everybody just calmed down. We all just settled in, and like in boxing, rounds go on, right? Time went by, and we just settled in, and we started throwing punches back.
Did it help that there was some runs mixed in instead of all the passes you guys had in the first half?
Yeah, that's part of the game plan, though. So I was expecting that.
Anything else, guys? Thank you, sir. Thanks, DJ.
Thank you, DJ.
Stone, what did you think of your first kind of live game action out there?
It was a little rough start for me, just kind of getting settled in, kind of not knowing who you're going to go against and kind of stuff like that. So, kind of those first few series and kind of little miscommunications here and there, kind of settled in, kind of a little better in the second half.
Why wasn't it the crisp or sharp start that you would have hoped to have?
Just kind of getting adjusted to the speed of the game. I mean, it's much different than practice. You kind of don't know who you're going to go against and kind of what moves they're going to do. So I feel like once you kind of get in the regular season, you can kind of game plan who you're going to be going against. So it'll be a little better.
Did you pick up guys' moves or tendencies?
Yeah, I got settled in, kind of figured out what they're going to do, and kind of sat on them.
If it didn't go the way you want tonight, how valuable can that be, just that experience for next game, the next game after that, and all that?
I mean, it's a good starting point. I mean, I know what I got to do, kind of know what I got to fix, and kind of little techniques here and there, what I got to do, and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a huge building point for me.
And of course, you learn under Dwayne Brown. How different's the learning when Brown's not out there at all practicing?
I mean, he's out there at practice. He helps me every time I come off the field, give me little coaching cues here and there, and kind of what I need to do and what I can fix and what I did good.
We were told the plan was to pass more with Geno Smith in the first half, but in the second half it was more of a balanced run pass. How did that help you think, the offense in general and the line in particular?
I mean, it kind of helped out a lot. I mean, we come out there and kind of go empty the first few plays, and we're down, so we know they're in a pass rush mode, so we know we got to play from behind. But I mean, we just kind of came out there and competed. I mean, it was a 2-score game, I think, at halftime or something like that. So we just came out there. I mean, the game was still in reach.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, Don.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.